Hello everyone, and welcome back to Remains to be Seen, the D&D show where one group's past could determine the other group's future. I am your host and DM, Rover Elliott, pronouns he, they, and today I am here with...
Alyssa, she, her.
Rick, he, him.
Zoe, she, they.
Mike, he, him.
And who are you guys playing?
Yitri, she, her, and the fucker speaks! The fucker can talk and he just quit! They just quit! What the fuck? Finally! You little bitch, you can talk the whole time!
Pierre, Ardoise, he, him. It's happening. It's actually happening. What the fuck?
Aleks, he, him. I have a feeling that this, dead body is not gonna help the bounty hunters in this discussion.
Cole, he, him. Even the diplomats are fucking children.
Speaking of the diplomats, like, I'm not necessarily sure what happened. Alyssa!
Oh, okay, hi.
Why are the diplomats? Why?
Okay, so basically we come back to the palace and we're not supposed to be there because we're supposed to be gone for a few days. We were only gone for like a few hours. We get back, Yitri's like, hey, Aleks, why aren't you mad at me? And Aleks is like, because it's not your fault. And she's like, okay, I guess. Also, your cloak, awesome. While that's happening, Pierre and Cole have a moment. Cole's having a mental breakdown. Pierre tries to get him coffee. So, of course, he goes to his trusty butler, Jones Cheffley. While he's trying to find Mr. Jones Cheffley, he sees him talking to Zana, and Zana and him are having a very intense discussion. And then Zana is like, please tell me that I'm imagining you. And Pierre, not getting the hint, is like, no, you're not. And we broke into this university and basically said everything that happened. And then Zana's like, I'm going to fucking kill you guys. And then it's like, wait, actually, you guys have information. We're going to take you to the meeting at the House of Six. We meet the House of Six. We got Ciel, who is a dwarf from France, who is French. Valkyria and Alan from Greece. Tobias, we know him, we hate him. He is the Prime Minister of the UK. Brunhild, who's an orc from Germany. Samira, who's a Leonin from Belgium. And Luciana, who's an elf from Italy. So these are the big world leaders that are meeting to see if the bounty hunters should be outlawed. Half of them are like, yes, they should all be outlawed because of this one group of people. The Order, that are technically not even bounty hunters, but let's blame all bounty hunters, right? Because that's how we're doing this. And the other group is like, no, we shouldn't generalize. That's not how we should do things. And the Order's not bounty hunters. And they're kind of going at it. And then Cole just completely just interrupts, because apparently we have the authority to interrupt the meeting and be like, hey, let's take a recess. And then they listened to him, and they did. He passes a note to Ciel. We don't know what's on the note. And then... after we all leave, the orange tabaxi, my enemy, comes in, and not my enemy, Yitri's enemy, comes in and is like, hey, I quit, with a dead body in their hands, because yeah, that's how you make an exit, I guess. And that's where we leave off. Did I miss anything?
I don't think you did, no. I mean, there's now a dead body in front of you guys.
Yeah.
And the body that was brought in, has this kind of like more brown mullet, and yeah, there's a bandage wrapped around their eyes, and in their mouth is a golden coin, like someone paid the ferryman. Can I immediately have a history check from everyone?
Nat 20.
Whoa.
Nat 1.
Oh, holy shit. Nat 20! Actually, wait. My history is -1, so it's a nat 20 for 19.
It's fine.
I got a 13.
So you remember, listeners, if you guys listened to the previous episode, you know that Pierre is the oldest one here, and will probably have like witnessed everything happening. However, somehow the cult has never been in his interest. He was always too busy focusing on everything else. I mean, it's more like the religious folks, right? Like it's fine. Like I'm not going to focus on that. I have too many other things to focus on.
I have children to raise, you know?
Yeah,
children to raise, sculptures to make. Busy life.
And the 13, you know that there is a cult of Hades. However, they're technically isn't anymore. The last of the Cult of Hades have been wiped out together with the flood in the Netherlands. And for our natural 20s, the Cult of Hades, their entire motto that no one really ever figured out was keeping the box, in quotation marks, closed. No one knew what the box is. And there is a main family in this cult, which is the family Varel, who did everything to make sure that this box would not be opened. And they wanted every single bit of information that people were trying to figure out about Revivify out of the world. Now, this is also where they wanted to infiltrate the more scientific labs in the Netherlands. And that went so badly that the Netherlands doesn't exist anymore. While everyone is blaming Poseidon for obviously flooding the entire country, the cult was known to be there and fucking around with the system there. And you guys will, like the one with the natural 20s, you guys will know that when someone was killed by a Cult of Hades member, they would put a coin in their mouths. Normally that was a silver coin. However, with this one, it is a golden coin. And it's completely silent in the hall where the people are waiting for the meeting to continue again. And you can see Valkyra pushing past everyone, immediately going to the body, checking the entire body for all the marks that are on them, and is about to touch the bandage around this person's eyes, and then stops herself. And she says, "This meeting will not continue without having the full knowledge about this." And Tobias in the corner walks towards her and is like, "Valkyra, you know I need this meeting to..." And she extends her wing towards him, and two of the feathers are like arrows past his head into the wall. And she turns her head towards him, and she says, "Well, like I said, this meeting will not continue unless we figure out what is going on." And Tobias, for the first time that you guys have seen him, does not interfere with the orders that he's just been given.
Yeah, bloody Brits in there listening, am I right?
And she's like, "I want everyone out. I want everyone out. I need the protectors. I need them here with me. I need their help. This meeting is dismissed." And she picks up the body and she walks back into the meeting room and puts the body on the table. You can see that the members of the House of Six are very quietly whispering to each other, and you can hear a lot of them mention Cult of Hades, and Tobias is quiet.
Question, is the orange tabaxi still there?
Orange Tabaxi walked away. If you want to run after him...
I'm going to run after them.
Okay, you're going to run after him.
Yitri's just gonna ignore this, like, really important politician being like, "Meeting dismissed, the protectors are gonna come with me to, like, discuss this," and Yitri's like, "Girl, sorry, I have no time, let me figure something out," and she runs off. Is that what's happening right now?
No, I think that she ran off, but as soon as the orange tabaxi started running, she ran off afterwards. So she did not hear that order.
Okay.
Whoa.
So she just kind of is like, yelling like, "Hey, you, come back here! You can't just fucking do that!"
They keep walking. Do you wanna like jump in front of them before they open the door?
Yes.
Okay. Give me dexterity. Just give me an acrobatics actually. think that's funny. Give me acrobatics.
Okay. Well, I got a 10.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's gonna die.
Uh-oh.
You are able to do this.
Let's go! She's gonna be like, hey, what the hey, I have questions. Number 1, did you kill that guy? She like whispers quietly, like, is that you? Did you kill that? You just killed the guy and put it in front of the House of Six? That's kind of fucking stupid.
They say nothing.
Fucking shit! Okay.
You can currently see the difference from the last time you saw him was that he also, like, you can see that some parts of the fur are burned away. So he has, like, actual burn marks on the parts of the bodies that you can see.
Okay, so you're just you can talk, you can hear, you're just ignoring us because you're a bitch. I see. I shouldn't have called you a bitch. I just have who the fuck is that on the ground? Like, and why are you quitting? You didn't, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just curious. I'm just, because if you tell us who that is, we could probably figure out something.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
This is a high DC, but give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. I got a 5.
They stay quiet.
Of course they do.
But they are,
I'm
like,
putting this dice away. You're bad.
They are
I rolled a
looking
2.
at you. Like, as in, like, you can see that their head is tilted downwards to spot you. You can still see nothing behind that mask.
Okay, so then okay. Shit. You're not gonna tell us anything. You're just gonna drop a body, speak for the first time, and just leave, and just renounce, and not even try to, like, explain. Because, like, as my understanding, you killed that guy, and you put the, like, the cult of Hades thingy, and we're gonna think something of that. Like, I'm just curious as to what your plan was here, whatever your name is, because you still haven't given me your name. Which I don't even know if it's important anymore.
They, like, bend their body a bit more forward to get closer to your face.
I'm gonna die.
To the point where, like, the almost the beak of their mask is hitting the tip of your nose. And they speak, but it is like it is more in your head than in the world itself. They say,
"You are not ours to claim. You are not our victim."
And they pull back. And you can... The moment you see, like, the moment you are right there, like, when the mask is in front of you, give me a perception check.
That's a 16.
I don't remember if I told you this in the episode before that, but for the episode before that, and like one of the first episodes. But if I did, you'll now see it even more. The sides of where the mask is, it is like they are stitched into the body itself. There is, like, the sides of it are burned into the skin. It also doesn't sound like there's any breath coming from this person.
Oh. Idea,
yeah.
Can I, glasses. Can I try to detect some kind of magic? I'm gonna press the little thingy on my glasses and see what I see around this person.
Go on, Yitri!
This magic item I have that I can't do much with. I just know what there's magic there, and I think she figured out the colors, but she can't do anything besides be like, hey, there's magic there. I think it's beautiful.
So you can sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet of you. To sense such object, you can take the magic action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object. Hey, Yitri, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I was waiting for this to happen. I was waiting for this.
Okay. Well, I got a nat 1, but I have a +4, so that's a 5. I'm gonna make my backup character now because Yitri's dead. She almost survived the prologue. This dice is going to jail too.
You are stunned by the magical effects that are coming from this creature. And it is not even as if this creature's any kind of like illusion or something. It is purely the aura around them is a weird, fucked up energy that is this entire creature, and it's you can't even determine what it is.
It's just everything at once, but nothing. Like
You're gonna get a huge headache from literally looking through your glasses at this creature that is there.
It's like turning on night vision goggles on a sunny day. It's just
yeah.
like a flashbang. Like,
And they grab you by the throat and lift you up against the door.
How in vision is this?
Give me a perception check, Pierre.
Fuck, where's my dice? There's my dice.
Everyone?
I was going to say me
Fine,
and...
this is fine, this is fine.
Yeah, everyone give me a perception check.
Alright,
Okay, that's an 11.
16.
12.
Aleks, you are the first person to notice this. And you can hear the yelp that Yitri made when she was physically attacked by
How
the
far
Aintsworth.
away are they?
They ran all the way down. I think you're at least like 50 feet-ish. And then... if Aleks starts running, the moment Aleks starts running, you guys can see it too. The others can see it too.
Yeah, I would have shot that guy.
You want to go? You want to shoot him?
I am thinking about it.
Okay.
No, because it's like if they're 50 feet away, I don't know what, like, Aleks wouldn't know what could happen by the time he actually gets there, and just shooting an arrow would be quicker.
Go for it.
I don't like when you say that, though.
Genuinely, if you want to, like, I did not prepare any of this, right?
sorry.
Do whatever you want to do.
Bro, I'm just gonna trust you that you're not gonna TPK in the finale of the prologue.
Planning on, but hey.
If you insist.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what? No, fuck it. I am going to... So they're by the door, right?
Mhm.
I want to aim at the door. I want to shoot like a warning shot.
Oh, fuck me.
I have never used the bow. How do I do that?
You make an attack roll.
Okay, cool.
If you're proficient in it, which I think you are.
Yeah,
It's-
I have a short bow, yeah.
Yeah, so it is you roll your d20, you add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency. You make sure that it hits the door and not Yitri.
Okay, please don't make me hit Yitri. Okay. That is a 24.
Let's go!
Okay. You're shooting the door, right?
Yeah, I was aiming at the door so like the tabaxi can see it as
Yeah.
as I said, like a warning shot.
So yeah, the arrow flies through the room into the door next to them. And from that very moment, Cole and Pierre start noticing what's going on.
Can I say something after I?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Because like, okay, I'm so glad I didn't hit Yitri first of all. If I say something and like, how loud do I have to speak for the tabaxi to hear me? Can I just like normal? Can I just talk normally?
Yeah, sure. I cannot tell you how much they can hear, but
How far away are they, though?
50 feet.
Oh, wow.
So you have Aleks with his bow still in hand, still raised. He's like really ready to take the next shot, right? He's looking at the tabaxi and he's looking at Yitri, who I assume is still being held by the tabaxi. And he doesn't know if the tabaxi's listening or not. He just goes, "Let her go now, or the next one won't miss." And he still keeps the bow up. He is ready to just punch someone. Or still shoot another arrow, but like, you know what I mean.
So Cole and Pierre notice all of this as well. They don't move. They are not even... It's also not like they're trying to choke Yitri in a way. They are just holding her up. And they do not move.
Can I try to break free?
Sure, give me a strength check.
Come on.
Go on, Yitri.
That's a 10. All of my dice are going to jail.
You can't wiggle free.
Damn. How many dice are in the jail?
By jail, I mean just where I keep my dice normally. I'm just not having them out.
So,
But probably all of them.
yeah, no, they are not moving. You can see that Yitri's trying to like fight her way out of their grip, but they're not budging at all.
You said it was 50 feet.
50 feet, yes.
Pierre's gonna dash towards the scene. And he's gonna start yelling at this motherfucker. You out now!
Do you try to grab them?
Yes.
Okay. The moment you do, they drop Yitri. Like they let Yitri go, and they grab onto your arms, and they say, "You should have just died with them." And then they vanish into this swirling smoke up into the air, and then gone.
Oh, so they could have just done that the whole time. They just wanted to fuck with Yitri. They could have just been like, poof, gone. I don't want to deal with this bitch. But like, apparently.
Just as they vanish into a puff of smoke, a shot rings out and it goes straight through the middle of the smoke. And Cole is standing there with black smoke coming from his revolver, and then just holsters it and runs over to check if Yitri's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna run with Cole to see if Yitri's okay.
Pierre is gonna offer Yitri a hand to help them up.
She takes it, and she, for the first time, willingly takes off her sunglasses. She just takes them off and, I'm trying to think of the hand motion I'm doing right now. She pinches the between her eyebrows and trying to close her eyes tightly, trying to shake off this headache that she has, and kind of just takes the glasses and puts them in her pouch, she doesn't want to. And then she's just like, "What the fuck is that thing?"
Bad news is what it is. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Just headache, but I'll get over that. Are you okay, Pierre?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was mostly worried about you.
Sorry, I know that was stupid and reckless, but I was hoping maybe get a lead, because, hey, someone comes in here, drops a dead body, and it's I quit. I gotta ask questions, you know?
Going after the perpetrator is the right call.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the perpetrator, though. Because, I don't know. I tried to get a read on, what? Because there's just such a presence around this guy, and it just read as everything and nothing, and it's never happened before. And also, the mask is sewed in and burned to their face.
It's what?
At this point, you can see Brunhilde pushing her way through you guys. It's do you need any healing?
I'm
Is there
okay.
any way
Thank
I can help? You okay? Are you sure?
I'm all good. Yes, I'm 100% sure. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm just sorry that I let them get away.
No, you're okay.
I don't know if that's
Your safety first.
Yeah, but that was someone that was in our group, kind of. I'm just so confused about them as a person, and have been this whole time.
You guys can hear from behind, up the stairs, Samira yelling at Tobias, going, "You let someone in here who does this? What are you even thinking? How reckless are you?" And she's actively yelling at him, and he is not saying a word back to her.
Oh, God, I caused the whole thing. I'm sorry, but just so now what? We got to figure out what happened with that person, and why the bandages over the eye, just the coin's the cult thing, right? She looks up at whoever's closest to her that might know the answer to that. Because I did think, if I remember correctly, I got a 13. So, like, I know of the cult, but, like, not a lot about it. So, like...
A lot of the information that I said in the last episode, you guys will have heard.
Okay.
Because they would have mentioned more of it. And otherwise, Valkyra would have been mumbling to you guys about what's been going on.
Yeah.
Then Aleks is also nodding along with what Yitri is saying, but just going, technically it is, but the coin is the wrong color.
Brunhilde stands up and she kind of just almost like rubs the dust off of her outfit, and she says, I think you guys should go see Valkyra. She is the best of all of us. She might be able to help you guys. Please. And she extends her hand towards the dining hall where the meeting was. And you can see everyone dispersing.
Aleks nods and gives a little bow.
She gives a bow back, and yeah, you can see the others are dispersing. They are chatting among themselves. Samira is still, she's not yelling anymore at Tobias, but she gives him like a kind of a little bit of a shove, and then also like she walks to a different direction than the others, and you can like see they are all seem to maybe be going to their rooms. They at least are taking this moment as the break that they probably all need. And you can see Samira going off on her own, Brunhilde staying with you guys, Valkyra's in the room, Tobias is like almost grumpily walking off towards his, and you can see Luciano and CL also moving away together from the scene. Yeah, and Brunhilde starts leading you guys towards Valkyra again.
Well, that certainly wasn't the ending that I was expecting to this meeting.
I'm not sure the meeting is really over yet.
It doesn't seem to be, but it looks like we're taking a short adjournment. Something's not right about this. I think we should keep a keen eye out. There's something amiss here. I just don't know what yet.
Valkyra, you can see that once you get into the room, Valkyra is like checking every single bit on the body's clothes, like trying to cast healing spells on this body, even though knowing that this person is dead. They are trying to really assess the situation and assess every single wound that is on this person to figure out what happened to them. And yeah, you guys are now alone in the room with them. Brunhilde will have closed the door behind you guys.
What's your assessment?
Well, we got burn marks. There must have been a fire. Do you guys have any idea where the person that brought this found them? Do you have any idea where they are from?
I tried to get an answer, but I didn't get anything. I just got told that I wasn't the victim, which that's not helping with anything, but they notorious for not answering any questions, at least for me, or speaking. That was the first time I heard them speak ever. That was really weird.
Yitri.
Uh-huh.
Not now.
Are you aware of what happened at the university? We've seen these types of people before. It was there.
She turns her head towards you and is like, you have. Tell me everything about it. Please.
Unfortunately, that's about all we know. They're strong, seem to be in numbers, and, highly dangerous. So maybe it's not so bad that the tabaxi took them out.
You don't know if it was the tabaxi. They just brought the body. We have no idea what happened.
We don't know if it was them that killed them. We don't know if it was just they found the body on the ground and decided, I don't really want to do this. We don't know anything. It's
one thing that we do know, that tabaxi is dangerous, and I'm glad that they're gone from here. Like you say,
I
Pierre,
don't
these
think they're-
people are organized, and I don't think we should be around them. That's for sure.
I don't think them quitting
agree.
means they're going to be gone, unfortunately.
I fear that you might be right.
I fear that
Where are you
that's
staying
not
this
gonna-
evening? And he turns to the dignitaries.
Just outside of Darlington Palace, there is a large hotel where they have suites, and she will mention the address of that. She will say what the hotel is, and then she goes, I think it is really important that we leave tonight, tomorrow, as soon as possible. We need to figure out what is going on here, because if the people who killed this person are this dangerous and are, well, somehow associated with the Cult of Hades, it is a problem. The Cult of Hades is dangerous. They have ways to get in contact with their god that none of the other churches have, or cults. They have a way of contact with Hades, and it is terrifying.
Well, one thing's for certain. It doesn't seem like you're safe here. I fully agree. You guys should go back to the hotel, get yourself some security, and, if possible, maybe leave.
We should.
We've dealt with these people, and, well, Cole subtly sort of looks sideways at Aleks and is kind of like stumbling over his words, but like is trying to stay focused on the conversation. I don't know if they come back whether or not we'll be able to effectively secure the area.
I believe that you guys will figure something out. I have full faith in you guys, even though Tobias really doesn't. Like, I mean, how do you keep up with them? Like, I feel like the five of us don't even know how to keep up with him. They are. It's not great. I'm at least glad
Well, now
you
is
guys
not
have.
the time for bickering and infighting.
Yeah, true. I'm glad you guys, Oksana. She's smart enough for this. How are you guys? What is you guys' plans?
Yitri
Well,
looks at Cole. I was like,
I can have contact with people everywhere. If you need anything, I can help. What do you guys need?
where were we going again? Was it Paris? Were we going?
Solar Bastion.
The Solar Bastion, yeah, that's it. Cole's like, we need to get to the Solar Bastion, and we're going to need transport soon. Is that something that you can help us arrange?
I can absolutely do that. I mean, you'll probably. I mean, the fact that you're asking me for that and not CL is interesting. But I'm sure that I can figure something out. I can. Do you guys need a tour? What specific things do you need from the Solar Bastion? Because I know that you guys were looking into Johnny. I know that we have helped Johnny get information from the Solar Bastion. However, he wanted books. Is that something you want? Is it what? How do I help you guys?
Wait, what do you know about Johnny exactly?
Well, he's missing, and that's why we're here.
Well, I figured you might know a little more.
I mean, I
Well-
do, but
Well, then speak up. It looks like we're after the same people, and the more you give us, the more we can help.
tell me the information that you guys got, and I can help. She has this kind of grin on her face.
I love her. Oh my god.
Cole is going to look at the rest of the party for confirmation to see what the room is like.
I mean, as long as you don't say we met the bounty hunters, I think we're good.
Aleks is gonna give like a very subtle, very careful nod towards Cole.
Then I think you best sit down. We've got a lot to discuss.
Yeah, so she sits down, and I to kind of skip it forward. How much are you guys gonna tell her about the stuff that you found?
I think we're going to be a little bit discreet about the things that we're explaining. I think we're going to give them like enough to know that we're on the trail of them, but not so much that, you know, we're giving away, as you say, about the bounty hunters and that kind of thing. So we tell them that obviously we found out about Johnny, we found out about what Johnny does, you know, we've got a little bit of information and a lead that led us to the Solar Bastion, and that's kind of where that's the next stop on the trail.
Okay. And she nods along with everything you're telling her, and she says, "Well, would that then be a tour? I think having a tour to us through the Solar Bastion is fantastic in general. It's gorgeous. Like, I don't know if you've ever been there. It is wonderful. The knowledge they have in that library is. Oh, yeah. I will make sure that you guys can get an audience with them. They have a harbor, so you guys will probably go there with a ship. I'll kind of see from where you guys can go. Is there anything? Now that you guys help me, She starts hesitating about her own words, and she looks down at the table and then at the body before looking back at you guys like, I need a favor.
Depends on the favor then. We'll hear you out for sure, but we can't guarantee.
I don't know what the House of Six is planning on doing. No matter what happens, this will not change my opinion that my people from the First Void is the bounty hunter, are the bounty hunters in Greece, in Athens specifically. And she mentions, I need to make sure they are safe, and I can assure you guys that they are at least trustworthy. I don't know what is going to happen currently, but if you need to work together with people, I can assure you that the First Void is a safe place. Must you ever come to Athens, I can help you guys, but I need you to make sure that this group, our house, will not fall. Because I don't know what is currently going on, but this is a huge problem. And if anything were to happen right now, if any one of the government would fall currently, we're going to be in so much trouble. We cannot have a flooded country, an already broken country by a bunch of the Order of whatever their name is, and I cannot have the same things happen for us. And I know that you guys have been protectors and have worked together for 24 hours or so, but I can see how you guys care about each other and how you guys work together. Please make sure that whatever happens, that we stay safe.
Cole takes a minute to sort of like lean back in the chair a little bit and take in the room. And he looks back at her and says, well, me and my colleagues are professionals. I can't guarantee, but we'll try our best.
Thank you.
It's the best I can offer. No promises.
What makes you so worried your government's gonna fall?
I mean, I'm always worried. I'm always worried things are gonna go wrong, and, you know, we have been quite a safe haven for a lot of people. And listen, if I didn't fear whatever is going on in the world right now, I wouldn't be a good leader. If I start acting like everything's gonna go well, I would be a liar. And I will never be a liar. I refuse to be one. However, keeping information out isn't necessarily lying, but Anyhow, I am already a terrible liar, so it's all good. I cannot lie to my people, and I have to keep them safe, and I do not want them to worry. Even though I have most of the worries in this entire group currently.
For the people.
Well, listen. More allies is better than fewer, and we'll take what we can get. Thank you for that.
Of course. I can see great power in you guys. And I cannot wait to see what you guys do with the world.
Well,
If there's one group I will put all of my faith in, it would be a bunch of strangers who have been together for like 24 hours. And I know that sounds very stupid, but trust me, I have faith. And again, I do not lie.
Don't put all your faith in us. She's perfect. Oh my god, she's the perfect woman.
Wrongly placed faith, my God.
I love her so much. No, we have to be good now. We have to do good because she has faith in us.
Obviously,
Not
for the
before-
people.
No, not for the people. For
Let's
her.
go.
I'm kidding. For the people, but also especially she's one of the people. I love her
for the
so
people,
much.
but also...
But also for her specifically.
Also, Aleks is going to look like really conflicted at basically everything what she just says and everything that like paints the protectors and this group in like really positive light. And he seems pretty hesitant. And he looks at her and goes, I really hope that your faith isn't misplaced in us.
As do I.
I hope you guys also understand that making mistakes will not make me less faithful in you guys. Everyone makes mistakes, and I'm sure you guys will too. But you guys try. And people trying to figure this all out, trying to see if our people are safe, is honestly enough faith for me.
Oh, what a saint.
Oh my
What a
god, I
saint.
love her so much.
Speaking of safety, I think it would be wise for you to adjourn to the hotel with your security team.
I will. What do we do with this body? Do we... I don't know how many people have seen this.
Without sounding too grim, we can deal with that for you.
Okay. And she stands up, and she walks towards the door, and before she walks out, she turns back to you guys, and is like, I can assure you that if you ever need anyone, just let Xana call me. We'll figure it out. And then she leaves.
All right.
Oh boy, holy shit.
We can't fuck this up, boys.
Yeah, no, we're on the not fuck this up journey now. This is our don't fuck this up era.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you guys are now alone in the room with the dead body.
Aleks is going to turn to Cole. How are we going to deal with a dead body? And why do you seem so confident that you know how to deal with a dead body?
Well, first of all, and Cole walks over to the dead body and is going to examine it to see if there's anything, like, untoward, anything weird, like, entry wound, exit wound, anything like that, to work out what actually happened. Or he's going to try at least.
Give me an investigation check.
He is not a medical person, and his investigation is -1. But my goodness, everyone, we are going to give this a go.
What are Cole's stats? I really...
Apparently they're not that good.
Fucking wild is what they are. It's a 14.
So, you start examining the body, and you can very clearly see indeed the burn marks on their cheek, the bruises that are on his cheekbone and his jaw, and you can see the faintest bit of blood at the very under edges of where the blindfold is, but you cannot fully determine while scanning the body what the very specific point was that finished him off, basically. But they seem to have been through a rough time, and where the burns come from, you can't really tell. Like you can't tell the final details.
Cole turns back to Aleks and is like, "Well, this person went through some real stuff, and when I say real stuff, I mean they really went through it before they passed. This wasn't easy." Can you make anything of this?
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot about one thing.
Oh?
What you can tell is that around their wrists there are marks where possibly like rope could have been tied around them, and there are strands of spider silk on their body.
Oh!
Wait, what? Spider silk? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Spiders.
Yeah, no, that's pretty critical.
Yeah, I forgot about them. I just reminded myself of it.
Cole is going to turn to the room, looking at the spider silk and be like, "Hey, before we do what we have to do, what do you make of this?" And gestures to the spider silk.
Oh, God, I hope it's not the fucking bone spider.
Oh, not again.
Please don't be the bone spider. I don't want to deal with the boat. That was freaky.
Aleks is going to take a step back away from the body and kind of turn away a bit. Cole, with all due respect, I really cannot examine a dead body right now. But I'm sure the others can help you with that just fine.
Fine. Okay. Well, in that case then, Yitri, I'm going to need your help with this.
Okay.
And Cole gestures to the legs of the dead body.
Got it. Quick thing. Do I still have a headache from the sunglasses? From
You
the
do.
detect magics?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because I was thinking of using them again, but I think that would just make everything worse for Yitri specifically, so I'm gonna not.
You've used them.
I was about to say.
You haven't used them the first time because someone
train,
stopped you.
right?
Yeah, no. You still have one charge left of it. Yeah.
I still have one charge left, but also headache, and I imagine that this is gonna have the exact same effect as the other thing, so I'm just not gonna do it. She's gonna reach for her pouch because she doesn't have them on because she's just I don't want to accidentally turn them on and hurt. And she's about to go take them out and then doesn't, and then looks at Cole and then just kind of is understands what he's trying to say. It's should we do you want me to move, or do you want me to where do you want me to move it to?
Well, you see that door? And Cole starts explaining how they're going to take the body out of the palace using an obscure back route that he's never seen before and is mostly improvising as they're going along.
Give me a deception roll.
Yeah, let's go!
Yitri, give me insight. Everyone give me insight, actually, on Cole's bluff.
Got a 4.
13.
Got a 10.
That is a 21.
Do you know what? This is so canon that no one else calls Cole's bluff, but Aleks sees straight through it.
I'm going to say that Pierre and Yitri, the moment he starts explaining what the back road is of the palace, you guys are you didn't tell me this before. It's that moment of oh, he's been here before. Okay, interesting. And in the meantime, Aleks facepalms in the background.
I would have said this. I would have. On that note, though, I genuinely would have said Aleks facepalms in the background. But also adding to that, he's very amused. He does not plan on calling out Cole's bluff. He looks around, and he looks at Cole with a very knowing look on his face, and he says, "Yeah, Cole, why don't you show them around the back? I'm sure that's a great idea, given that these poor politicians outside, I'm sure they don't really want to see that now. And he just gestures towards this random door and waits for you to go first. Or like to lead the way.
Leads into a broom closet.
Cole holding the arms of a dead body with Yitri on the legs is like, fine, I'll go first. And then starts like walking down the stairs, but is like tripping down some steps and is like, looking behind him to see where the doors are. And it's very obvious to Aleks that he is just like looking and then making it up and is like, oh yeah, we take a left here and then a right here. Then we go into this, opens the door, courtyard.
Aleks is just enthusiastically nodding along with everything that Cole is saying.
Give me what is a good one for this? Let me think. Give me a performance with disadvantage.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Alright, fine. Now. I'll tell you what, Ro. I don't need to roll that dice twice, because that's a nat 1, and that is my first nat 1 of the campaign.
Honestly, could have been worse.
Yeah, fuck you for getting through 16 episodes without having a nat 1.
No, for real.
I know. I'm pretty sure. Maybe the listeners will correct me, but yeah. Woof.
But probably, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
You start walking around, and it needs to that moment where you're like, oh yeah, no, this is the courtyard. And it is some, what seems to be just a side room, like a more storage room almost. And the moment you open the door, there's just, oh no, close it! As you can see, Luciano, like, half undressed in that room. He's been like, and he's against the door. And
okay.
Without me? Okay.
I was getting like, what?
And Cole just slams the door shut again and is like, oh, I guess it's the second left.
Right.
You don't know where you're.
Take 1 emotional damage
One emotional damage.
from the embarrassment.
Where do I put emotional damage?
Could I see if I know the way, like the actual back way out? I don't know why I should, but I want to see if I can.
Just give me a raw intelligence check. So basically just your d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
That is an 18.
Whoa.
Yeah, you guys actually start walking through the palace. Not walking into a room where there's half-naked people in there.
Aw, man.
And
Too bad.
you guys start to find your way through the palace towards a back area that leads towards the courtyard.
See, I told you I knew where I was going.
You didn't. You really didn't.
I thought you believed. I thought Aleks was the one.
No, she did. She did believe until, like, Aleks had to take over. Because I'm imagining, like, Cole stopped leading and Aleks said, just fucking follow me. And just, like...
Just imagine Aleks once again face-palming in the background while Cole is desperately trying to close that door and just sighing and just gesturing for the others to follow him.
Oh my god, yeah. It's one of those, like, hinged... You know the old barn doors with that really old lock, like the hinge lock, and it just keeps banging back open again every time he slams the door shut?
Genuinely, what do you guys want to do with the body?
We've got a professional right here,
Do we
right?
bury the body or do we
Dispose of the
examine it
body.
more?
Cole offered for you guys to examine it, and everyone was like, I don't know.
Can't bury the body in the back.
Obviously
courtyard
not.
of
We're
the
gonna
palace.
find a place to bury it. I don't
Are we just
fucking
gonna
know.
bury it in the fucking courtyard of the palace?
No.
Should we maybe just to make sure that, like, should we talk about that? Like,
Yeah.
in character, what
Yeah,
we're
we
doing?
should
Because
yeah,
currently we're
yeah.
standing in this courtyard with you guys holding the body just silently.
What are we doing with the body?
Now that is a good question. And Aleks just looks at Cole.
So we carried it? I thought you guys had a plan. I thought you had a plan. We dragging this guy around and we don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with him?
I mean,
we do know what the fuck we're gonna do with him. We're gonna put him in this cemetery. They don't want to see him.
In this cemetery?
In this one?
That one.
Isn't it the royal cemetery?
Mm-hmm. It's a cemetery.
Tobias is not gonna like that.
Well.
I'm so in.
With what shovels?
Have you never been to a cemetery before? There'll be gravediggers here. Go check that shed over there. There'll probably be a shovel.
Okay.
Yitri's gonna go find the shovels. There's exactly 4 shovels.
And in a quiet spot in that cemetery, round the corner from a small bushel of fig trees, we find ourselves burying a body together with
What?
4
Together?
shovels.
I'm gonna watch. Do you think Aleks is getting
With-
dirty in a cemetery? Excuse me?
3 shovels.
If Yitri tries to hand him a shovel, Aleks is literally going to look at her with like the most blank expression, look himself up and down, and then just like turn around to watch you guys work. Because I am not digging a grave.
Okay. If that's okay with you guys, I'm gonna do a little bit of a skip forward towards more evening. So, news goes around London that the meeting got cancelled. And yeah, you guys buried a body in the royal cemetery. And
I can't believe you fucking did.
you guys can go get food, and yeah, it's gonna get more towards the evening. You guys can stay in your rooms. You guys can plan ahead. You guys can talk to Zana. Miguel will have returned at this point as well. Zana will have briefed him in, and yeah, so skip forward to let's say like 7 or 8 p.m.
I think Pierre's going to suggest that we talk to Zana to ask why the fuck Zana hired this fucking tabaxi. What the fuck is up with that?
No, it was Miguel, wasn't it?
Was it Miguel?
If I remember correctly,
Was
Miguel
Miguel.
just made...
Oh, it was
they were
Miguel.
just staring at each other's souls, and then he got the job.
Oh. Okay. So as the group kind of is done with the grave digging, Pierre will say, so this orange tabaxi, they just disappeared, and we have no idea who they are, what they are, and why they even were hired. We need to investigate that.
I mean, honestly, why the hell were any of us even really hired? I feel like. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not going to get into essential.
This seems
But that one
premeditated.
specifically, because fuck that guy
Yeah.
in particular. Yeah, no, I don't. I knew I had a bad vibe, but I didn't think they were going to be that bad. You know, like I knew I was like, this person seems weird, and then I didn't realize that I'd see like an abomination of nature.
Abomination of
That's
nature.
mean.
That's
Really mean.
Honestly,
no,
well
no,
deserved.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying, because look, I tried to check what kind of, if anything, there's any magical auras around this person, and there was just all of them, and none of them at once. Everything was just, I still have a headache, by the way. It's never happened to me before, and it just, there's so much, and it could speak into your brain, and the mask is burned into their face, and like, it's just, there's so, I don't know what kind of, I don't want to be mean, but what is that? Like, I don't know who,
Definitely
what.
warrants an investigation.
Yeah, but how are we going to do that? They're gone.
Obviously, talk to Miguel. We need to investigate that with him. Who's in?
You know, I never thought I'd say that, but I agree with Pierre. Talking to Miguel might be a good first step.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement. And if we run into this person again, it looks like we're going to have trouble. I really hope that we don't.
Not going to have... She's going to, like, grab her axe from, like, off her back, and she's like, it won't be too much trouble next time. And, like, holds it.
That's the
And holds it
spirit.
next to, like, stabs it in the ground and holds it. Like, it won't be too much trouble next time. I'll be prepared.
Aleks just raises an eyebrow.
So you guys are gonna go find Miguel, and I'm with you guys. Are y'all all gonna crowd him?
No.
Like, Or is it
That's
just going
so
to be Aleks
stupid.
and Pierre?
Oh,
No, we're not gonna.
Okay.
I think Aleks and Pierre go first, and then like Cole and Yitri stay to the back. I think is the best bet to like just in case have them.
Yeah.
Y'all
there.
can do your own thing currently. Like it's really like in this evening, nothing is going to happen anymore with the meeting. They will have said that the meeting is going to be postponed till tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Cole is more concerned about the dignitaries, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
I mean this is all very fucky. So, like, yeah,
I'd say
Go
as
talk to
we're
Miguel.
walking towards Miguel's office, Pierre's gonna like just turn his head back and say to Yitri, "You might want to get like an ice pack or something for that headache."
Oh, yeah,
Tends
yeah,
to
sure.
help,
I can see if I can get it. Yeah, thank you. I'll try to see if I can get something like that.
What she needs is a fantasy ibuprofen.
hold up, back up. So
back
we
up.
go to Miguel. Me and Yitri are covered in mud.
Maybe we're having a fun little time in the mud. Maybe we're
What? What do you mean a fun little time in the mud?
I don't know.
Okay, we were just having a fun little time in the mud.
Yitri's gonna go find an ice pack, and Aleks and Pierre are going to talk to Miguel. You guys can find Miguel alone in the dining room. Not the same dining room, the place where you guys dined.
How many dining
Before
rooms
you guys
are
left.
there?
There's three. There's
Ouch.
three. I've
Jesus.
decided there are three.
There's so many dining rooms, wouldn't you say? And this one's so big as well.
Miguel's sitting alone, kind of more like, how do you say that normally other than stabbing into his food without actually eating it?
Guy just playing with his food.
Yeah.
Go on then, frontliners. Good luck.
I'm getting an ice pack.
I am going with.
So Aleks is going to kind of stop himself and Pierre as well, without touching Pierre since he's still dirty.
Pierre's not dirty.
Pierre's not dirty at all. He's got the armor of gleaming, right?
Like mechanic question: does that work for his entire body? Like, is his skin and like
no,
his hair
only
and
for
stuff?
shirts.
Is it also?
Or armor. Only for his armor.
Wait, hold on. So he is. So all of him, apart from his crisp white shirt, is caked
Is
in
covered in
mud.
dirt.
Yeah, but like he kind of rolled up his pants, so he should be somewhat
Wow.
covered. He kind of wiped his
Smart
feet on the
casual.
way in. Should be fine.
Okay. Alright, so they stop a few meters away as to not immediately just like run into a space. Miguel, may we join you?
He looks up at you and is like, I mean, I don't have the right to say that you are not. Feel free to sit down.
You very much do.
Just sit down. Just sit down. And he looks down at his food again. And this time he does start eating it, but not. Like, you can see that it's like very slowly chewing. Like, he doesn't really want to eat it, but he's eating it anyway.
We're sorry for the interruption. We have questions. I know this is maybe not the perfect time.
Oh,
but,
ask away.
the Orange Tabaxi. Why did you hire them?
I don't know what you are talking about.
So, are you aware of the current situation? They dragged a dead body
Mm-hmm.
into the palace
Mm-hmm.
in front of the House of Six.
Yeah, and then they left.
Yeah. What's going on with that? I figured you might know something about that.
Now, you see here, Pierre, I don't have the right to stop you from sitting down here. I do have the right to stop you from asking that specific question.
Okay, not the response I figured. He's kind of just gonna look towards Aleks. What now?
Aleks looks back at Pierre. Well, nothing we can do about that.
Hmm.
After all, we can respect and know if we're being told so. Can't we, Pierre?
Yeah. You're right. And he's gonna look at Miguel. Sorry I asked.
Oh, don't apologize. Just didn't want to give you an answer. Doesn't mean you have to be sorry for it. He is very much more acting like Sana than how Miguel was before you guys kind of met him. He's like a little bit more snappy, and this is the moment I think you can clearly tell that they're twins. And give me a perception check. I'd say Pierre and Aleks, yeah.
It's a 17.
That is a 10.
You guys can hear people running in the other room. And, like, Pierre, what was your perception again? Was 13?
17.
17. You, just before that, you can hear screaming coming from a room further into the palace. Like, pain screaming. And people you can hear footsteps running towards it. And yeah, that's currently what you can hear because you are not in the other room. Like, Miguel also immediately looks up.
Pierre's eyes widen to this sound. Aleks, with me, we're going. And he kind of pushes the chair away from the table, and he starts bolting towards the noise.
Aleks is gonna nod at Pierre, and he's also gonna start running, but before he, completely starts running off, he's just gonna shoot a glance back at Miguel before following Pierre.
Once you're running through the hall, there's steam coming from the room where the screams were coming from. And you can see Luciano and Samira and Valkyra and every member of the House of Six. Their hands are clasped over their mouth, and Luciano still, he has a towel wrapped around his waist, and he is pacing, and you see your butler, Jones Chuffley. He is shaking, and he turns around and he looks towards Aleks and Pierre, and he walks towards Pierre, and he grabs Pierre by the side of the arms, and he's like, "They're dead. They're dead."
Who is dead? Jones,
they're dead.
Jones, talk to me.
Ciel's dead.
Ciel's dead?
And that's where we're ending the prologue of the Protectors of Remains to be Seen.
Well, that's fun. No, that's great.
My God!
I am shooketh.
Thank you all so much for listening and supporting us throughout these 16 episodes. We appreciate you all very, very much. I hope you've enjoyed the first start of the show. And don't forget to listen to the Bounty Hunters on Sunday.
Holy fuck.
What happens next remains to be seen. Bye-bye, everyone!
Bye!
Bye-bye!
Remains to be Seen is an original podcast created by Dyaflame Studios and licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 International License. Today's episode was produced by Jo Mendacium and edited by Mees Verkade and Jo Mendacium. It starred Rick den Breejen as Pierre Ardoise, Mike LeBeau as Koltrast, Alyssa Roldan as Yitri Meadowtwirls, Zoe Emily as Aleksander Aintsworth, and Rover Elliott as the Dungeon Master. The intro and outro were composed by We Talk of Dreams, and the transcript was written by Kim van Tevelen. To get in touch with us and keep up to date with our antics, follow us on Instagram, Bluesky, and TikTok at Dyaflame Studios, or view our website at dyaflame.com. Check our show notes for additional credits, links, and transcripts.